Hello, welcome back to Up the Reds TV with me, Andy. It's Wednesday, the 19th of June, and that was a bit of a surprise, wasn't it, to us earlier on today? Owen Slot giving us his first Liverpool interview. That's obviously our new gaffer in place, and I have to say, what a good interview that was for his first interview. So let's just pick out what he's said in that interview. Obviously, he's absolutely thrilled to be here, and he can't wait to get started with the job. And the important thing that stuck out for me was the respect that he'd showed us why the interview was done today and not previously. So for all those guys on Twitter, X, or whatever you want to call it, and all the other social platforms that were going skits that he hadn't done his interview when it was announced, look, it just made common sense, didn't it, really? Give Jurgen the respect that he deserves after 9 years, let him do what he needed to do in his last game, and the bits that he's done afterwards as well. So yeah, really, he gained my respect there instantly when he said that, which I knew would be the case anyway. Why would you want to come and do an interview part way or the end of a season before the season had obviously finished and Jurgen was still in charge? So obviously spoke to Jurgen and Peps. They have obviously filled him in. He's really, really pleased that they've left him a good squad to pick from, and that's Jurgen feel, wasn't it? We said that the team was in a better place when before Jurgen arrived. And it's finished the team is in a better place now before Jurgen arrived, so he's really, really pleased with that. He said he's spoken to a couple of the players, or maybe more than a couple. I would imagine he did speak to the Dutch lads, as the season ended, and just getting the lowdowns. And he said he'll speak to the rest of them when they come back, as and when from their international duties. So yeah. So 3 people are in place with him. His assistant has finally come. There were doubts about him before. His application was refused by the stupid Home Office. And he's got the fitness coaching, and he's also got a goalkeeping coaching as well. So he's really pleased with those. He said there are other positions to be filled, and he'll be speaking to Richard Hughes to get those filled in. He says he speaks to him on a daily basis, every day. He did mention about, speaking to Richard about possibly looking at the playing side. He's happy to be head coach because that's what he's been wherever he's managed, or coach, should I say, rather than manage. He said he wants to be on the training field, and he wants to be in the stadia. One thing that, another thing that stuck out with me, that look, he said there's not going to be too much change in the playing style, because he admired Jurgen Klopp. He admires the Pep, the fraud at Manchester City. He said you've got to look at these two, what they brought to the Premier League, in the last decade, and he's right in that. He said other coaches look at those 2 coaches and take bits out of what they do and how they play. He said, look, I'm entertaining, it's high-paced football. He's looking forward to meeting all the players and all the staff and get going. 7 weeks is not long, is it? 7 weeks before we kick off away at Ipswich. So that'll soon come round. But I'm just glad that he's in the building, honestly. The interview was done at the training ground, but you know, I'm sure he's chomping at the bits to go. He said he's watched a lot of videos of the training sessions. He's watched lots of the games. So he's really keen on getting everything right at the club from the onset. He said the important thing is that we are going to be ready for the Ipswich game, because that's the first game of the season. That's the most important game as far as he's concerned. He wants to implement little tweaks in the playing style of what he wants to do, which he kept on alluding to. Look, there's nothing going to be massively different from what the players already know, but he will feed his own information in on certain things that he wants to do. He mentioned Feyenoord, how it's like Liverpool with the supporters, and he said, look, both cities have a river, you know, docks, they get behind the team. Obviously, Feyenoord's anthem is "You'll Never Walk Alone," so he's going to be used to all that. He said that he wants obviously the fans to do what they've been doing. He absolutely loves that. He loves Anfield, and yeah, he's just raring to go. Now, I was quite happy with that interview. I wasn't sure when we actually offered him the job, because if I'm truly honest with you, I wasn't 100% sure about him, and I left it. I didn't do any homework or anything. I like to listen to people when they talk. You know, you get a bit of an insight from them when they're speaking. I thought his English was excellent. He's going to get his message across to the players brilliantly. He's going to be okay in the press conferences for us as well, which is really important, because sometimes the British press can ask some really stupid questions, and he's going to get those stupid questions when things are not going to be going right. Okay. He spoke about the benchmark. Well, it was put to him actually that, look, the team finished with 82 points last season, and he said look, the team can already get to 82 points as far as he's concerned from what they achieved last season. So he was saying that we need to push on for getting above Arsenal and Manchester City. You mentioned Manchester City as the rivals, didn't really mention Arsenal, didn't mention Manchester United, but we know the Premier League is a tough league, and all teams on their given day can beat anybody. So yeah, I think as I said, I was surprised with you know, how much information he's already got. He can't wait to get cracking. He said he's had a good rest, and everything is slowly coming into place. He said he needs to get 2 or 3 more backroom staff in, and he'll speak to Richard Hughes to get those goals in. So with, you know, the basics and the majority of his backroom staff are in, which is good. So they'll be raring to go on the first day of pre-season. Not everybody's going to be back. It'll all depend on how they do in the international the competitions, the Copa America and the Euros. So he's obviously willing the Dutch players to go on and win it, because he's got 3 of them in there, hasn't he? So yeah. All in all, I'm really pleased. I'm glad he's done the interview. It'll shut some people up about sniping at the club, and that includes some Liverpool fans as well. But look, he's in now. He's in the door. He's ready to go, and I'm looking forward to that. Right. If you like this channel, it's called Up the Reds TV. Please subscribe to it, and please share this video, and let's get some more people following this channel. It's all things Liverpool. I won't talk about anything else. It'll be my opinion. It'll be your opinion as well. If you've got a comment, please leave a comment in the comment section, okay? And let's look forward to our first season, which, like I say, is only 7 weeks away. It's not a long time. So yeah. Right, that's enough from me. As I say, send me comments, like the video, please share, and I'll speak to you in the next coming weeks, as well as things start to progress with pre-season. Up the Reds TV.